Hi guys, welcome to this session in Google Sheets. In this module, I want to show you the difference between the AND function and the OR function and when you should use them. So on the screen, I've got some cells here with some zeros in them. I'm going to use the AND function first. So I'll do it by itself. So AND is just going to come back with either true or false. So if I type equals and open the bracket, you click on the cell that you want to look at. So if that equals 0, comma, and if that equals 0, comma, and that equals 0. So if all three of those are true, close the bracket on there, it will come back with true. If all three are true, it comes back with true. If one of them is not true, if I put a 1 in that one, it comes back with false. So if you're going to use the AND, all arguments must be true for it to return true. Now, if I want to use the OR function, so I'll just go up here and double click and change that to OR. What happens now when I press enter is if any one of those is true, so they're all true, two are true, one's true, none are true, then it goes false. So any one being true, it will say true. So and they all need to be true, or any one of the arguments can be true. Now what you'd probably do is use that with an if. So if I go equals if, open the bracket, and then I want the and now. So normally on an if function you've just got one argument, but I want multiple arguments. So now I do and, then I open the bracket, and then I can do the same thing. So if that equals 0, comma, and that equals 0, comma, and that equals 0, close bracket on the and, comma, now I'm back onto the if. If they're all true, I'm going to say close file. So it's okay to close file. This might be a case where you've got the zeros coming from other sheets. Comma, if it's not true, I'm going to say check. Close quotes, so words have to be in quotes like that, and then I can close the bracket, press enter, and then it's going to say check because there are two number ones. If I put that to 0 and that one to 0, it's going to say close. Now if I wanted the or, the same thing would apply, or, and then only one would need to be true for it to do true. But with an and, they all need to be true for it to do true. So this is what you can utilize to close a file. So you could have that coming from another sheet, maybe that coming from another sheet, that coming from another sheet. They all need to be balanced to 0, and then it'll say on the front sheet close file, or close like that. You could do conditional formatting to color that up green, or have it red if it says check. But this is just a little example of how you can use the AND function and the OR function and combine them with an if function to get a result. So hopefully this little video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.